Info Channel.
Welcome to my 5th episode of Mighty Mini Mondays. Today, we're going to power up your terminal. And I know that I've been covering command line tools, and I promise I won't always just cover command line tools. But this is actually more powering up the base terminal. You won't need to install any tools to do this. This is the base terminal. And this is true whether it's ZSH or Bash. I haven't tested on anything else, but I know that both of those work similarly. There's a few differences, but the same concepts apply. All right. So the very first thing that I want to do is let's talk about CD. So I know that a lot of you know how to do something like CD, and this is going to take you to your home directory. And you can see we're at our home directory. But what happens if we accidentally did that and we wanted to go back? Well, you can actually do that. And I didn't know this for the longest of times, but you can do CD dash, and it's going to take you to the previous directory. So if you're in this really deep directory structure, you CD somewhere else, and then you're like, oh, I want to go back, and you didn't want to type it all out. This is a method to just switch back to it. So it just will go back to whatever the last directory you were. As point in case here, we're back in etc APM. So that's the very first one. All right, number 2. So the second one is kind of a twofer. You're going to get 2 tricks, all for the price of 1. So what it is it is the bang bang, or exclamation point. And what this does is it repeats the last command. So if we bang bang, it's going to show me what I did last, which was clear. And in Bash, it just goes ahead and executes it. In Zhush, it just brings up what you wrote, and you can then execute it yourself. So like I said, there's some minor differences, but effectively the same thing. So what this can be really useful for is, let's go here, and I'm going to open this file in Vim. And you'll notice here that it's read-only, and it's read-only because I don't have the rights to write to it. So I would have to write it in sudo. And so what I can do, instead of typing this whole thing out again or using the mouse to copy it and paste it, what I can easily do here is just type sudo bang bang. And now you'll notice, again, in Bash, it would have executed. Here, it is just going to let me hit return again and edit it. Now I can save it, and I have opened it up and read write. All right, now the reason this is a twofer is you get a second command with this, and that is the bang $sign. What the bang $sign does is it doesn't take the entire last line like the bang bang. This just takes the last argument. So let's say a good example of this would be we'll run sudo o because we'll run cat, and we'll do it to etc system d system display manager service. And we're like, oh, that is the file we want. All right, so now we actually would like to edit in Vim. But if we did bang bang, it would copy the cat part, and we don't want that. So what you can do here is sudo vim bang $sign, and it's just going to copy this last argument that was given, and you have your command now. All right, let's move on to tip 3. Tip 3, this is all about running multiple commands, and it's pretty simple. If you want to run 2 commands, so let's say we want to run echo, and all right, so we're just going to echo hey, but we also would like to run echo yo. Echo is actually going to echo hey, echo yo, and that's not really the way to run 2 commands. So what you can do here is put a semicolon. So this is actually going to run 2 commands. Now the key here is that it doesn't really care whether the first command succeeded or not. So it's going to run echo, both echoes whether the first one succeeded or not. This isn't a big deal for echo, but if you're running something else that you really need the second thing to only run if the first thing succeeded, you'd want to run it with an and. So if you run it with and like this, it does the same thing here, but the second echo was only executed after we got a success on the first echo. So that's your two main ways of running multiple commands on the same line. Hopefully that helps some. So tip number four. Tip number four is the ability to search your history. It is Control R. You'll see the little prompt comes up, and now we can do display. Oh, look, we're already at the cat display manager service. If we wanted to, if we could start with Vim. And there we go. And then you can always use up and down from there. So if you can remember a command that you use close to it, you could always start with there and then start searching through your history that way. So that is how you can search your history. The next thing, this is my favorite thing because, all right, so you're using Vim and you open a file to edit it, and then you hit Control S on accident. I know it's happened to you. Don't lie. Don't lie to the rest of us. It's happened to me. You're used to, whether it's Visual Studio Code or whatnot, you hit Control S out of habit, out of accident. It's happened to you. When I first had this happen, I just closed the terminal. It was done. That terminal was screwed. But you don't have to. You can always hit Control Q and get your terminal back. So Control Q will bring your terminal back in case you accidentally hit Control S. All right. Moving on to number 6. Now, you can set up your terminal to be in Vim mode. By nature, it is in Emacs mode, which means by default, instead of hitting home or end buttons, you can use Control A and Control E to move to the beginning and the end of your terminal. So A and E will just take you to the beginning and the end. If you want to set it up in Vim, maybe I'll make a tutorial on that. It is a little bit different whether you're in Bash or ZSH. So, but you can look that up and you can change it to work in Vim. But yeah, your out-of-the-box terminal will allow you to move to the beginning and end, and it allows you to, I always hate having to relocate my hand. I like keeping them where they are. And so hitting the home and end keys are kind of inconvenient sometimes. So it's really nice that that's there. All right. That is it. Those are my 6 tips in 6 minutes for today. If you're liking these videos, please like and subscribe. If you did not like this video, why are you still here? But because you are still here, subscribe anyways and stick around and see if these videos get any better for science. I hope that you guys have a fantastic Monday, and I look forward to seeing you again.